Hey there, in this video we'll be looking to solve for x with exponents. We start with 3 to the 2x minus 80 times 3 to the x minus 81, which is equal to 0. So let's factorize by means of a trinomial. We start off by grouping. We say 3 to the 2x minus 80 times by 3 to the x minus 81. This is still equal to 0. However, now we need to look at where we're going to go from here. 3 to the power of x minus 81 and 3 to the x plus 1 is achieved by doing the cross method. Let's just quickly check this. So if we do our FOIL, let's do our firsts. We get 3 to the 2x. Our outers, we get 3 to the x. Our inners, we get minus 81 times by 3 to the x. Notice that that is the same as 3 to the x that we've already written. So that's the same sort of term. That's a plus 1 times by 3 to the x. And the next one is minus 81 times 3 to the x. Then we do our last and we get minus 81. So these are the same terms. It's the same base with the same exponent. So what we need to realize is that we get 3 to the 2x minus 80 because you've got minus 81 plus the 1 in front of it, which is 1 times 3 to the x, which gives you minus 80 times 3 to the x minus 81. Let's quickly check. That's exactly what we started off with. Right, so let's move forward from here. Just I'm writing this to make sure that we know it's the same. Now, let's move forward from here. This is quite a confusing one, but don't stress too much. So now that we know that we've got our brackets separated, we now have 3 to the power of x minus 81 is equal to 0. So we need to isolate. Here we go. We write 3 to the power of x minus 81 is equal to 0. And we also have 3 to the x plus 1 is equal to 0. Let's start on the left-hand side. Right, we have 3 to the x is equal to 81. Why is it plus 81? Because the sign has changed when the negative 81 crossed from the left to the right over the equal sign. We now do our prime factors. So we say 81 divided by 3 gives you 27, divided by 3 gives you 9, divided by 3 gives you 3, divided by 3 gives you 1. There are 4 3's, which means 81 is equal to 3 to the power of 4. Right. Now let's say 3 to the power of x is equal to 3 to the power of 4. We've got the same base, which means we can cancel them, leaving us with x equal to 4. Easy game. Now let's do the right-hand side. You cannot take the square root of a negative number at this grade, so we say it's undefined, because when you take the 1 across, it becomes minus 1. Right, that would be undefined. And we cannot do that. It's very important that you notice this. You cannot take the negative square roots.